Up next on Lion TV, we have Star Cox with the story on food safety, Connor Love with our sports updates, a very special guest for Lion of the Week.
And me, Jacob Shoei, here to tell you if those fall temperatures are really here to stay. All that and more, Lion TV starts now.
Happy Thursday, Cersei. I'm Caden DeGroat.
And I'm Curtis Stevens. Welcome back to another episode of Lion TV. Let's jump right into these announcements. PSAT testing in the library began Monday, October 16th, and as a result, they will have to change the hours they're available for book check-ins and checkouts, and will be closed for both lunches during the weeks of testing.
The next Spanish honorary meeting is October 26th at 7:30 a.m. in Miss Nielsen's room. Room 302. Dr. Christy Bond, head of the World Language Department at Harding University, will be the guest speaker.
If you are a chess player and you're interested in attending the Fall Chess Tournament on Tuesday, October 31st, please email Miss Lawson at klawson@cerseischools.org. Chess club meetings are at 7:30 a.m. on Tuesdays in room 124. All chess players are welcome.
The SHS food pantry is open. Food bags are available for pickup on Fridays in the East Office, West Office, and Guidance Center. You can also talk with any of your teachers and they can help you get a bag. If you have any questions, please contact Ms. Edelman in room 306 or email cedelman@cerseischools.org.
Hey Kaden, are you a good cook?
I'm more of a baker, but honestly I've learned more about cooking and food safety than I have anywhere else.
Lucky for us, Star Cox is here to let us know what's going on in the food safety classes.
While Cersei High offers many electives, one stood out to me. Food safety and nutrition. The nutrition-based curriculum introduces students to the fundamentals of healthy and safe choices. One of the best ways to teach food safety is to practice it and be vocal about why it's so important to practice.
I took food safety and nutrition this year because I've taken FACS previously my freshman year and I've heard about it, and so I just wanted to take another class with Ms. Johnson.
I took food safety and nutrition because it was an elective class that I thought I might be interested in.
The Food Safety and Nutrition program helps to contribute to a student's well-being and learning.
Some things I've learned in class so far is just like how to work better with a group and just different recipes and like how to handle situations in the kitchen.
We've learned how to annotate a recipe before we cook anything. We've learned first aid, safety, and personal hygiene.
While the content of the class is important, the teacher and the environment plays just as big of a role to make the class successful.
Ms. Johnson is an excellent teacher. She's been teaching here for several years, teaching FACS, food safety and nutrition, and other classes in the family consumer science era.
Maybe a little more golden brown around the bottom edge.
She's a really good teacher. She is very nice to us and teaches her what we have to learn really well, so that way we can be prepared once we get back to the lab.
The environment is really friendly and fun. It's never a dull day in that classroom.
This class helps prepare students for critical life skills and lifelong healthy habits.
I think this class will be useful in the future because I'm learning real world stuff of how to wash my hands before going in the kitchen, how to not spread any foodborne illnesses. I think other students should take this class because it's important to learn the safety of being in the kitchen and preparing food.
I think students should take this class because they learn fundamental skills in life that will help them succeed later in the future, learning how to cook for their families or for themselves.
Food safety and nutrition is essential to provide adequate access to safe, nutritious, and delicious food to all members of the community. Food safety can not only help prevent foodborne illness, but save lives. Now let's send it back over to our anchors at the news desk.
Thanks, Star. Maybe I'll be able to whip up some good stuff by the end of the semester.
I wouldn't go that far. But anyways, let's get into some Arkansas news. Arkansas drivers who continue to text and drive can expect a traffic ticket in October. The Arkansas State Police is working with other agencies across the state for You Text, You Drive, You Pay campaign from October 16 to October 23rd, intensifying patrols to find drivers violating the state's texting while driving law.
In national news, the federal government would be barred from immigration policies that separate parents from the children for 8 years under a proposed court settlement announced Monday that also provides families that were split under the Trump administration with temporary legal status and short-term housing aid. The settlement between the Biden administration and the American Civil Liberties Union, if approved by a judge, would at least temporarily prohibit the type of zero-tolerance policy on illegal immigration under which former President Donald Trump separated thousands of families at the border with Mexico.
In global news, with no water, fuel, or food being delivered to Gaza since Hamas's brutal attack on Israel last week, mediators struggled to break a deadlock over delivering supplies to increasingly desperate civilians, aid groups, and hospitals. President Joe Biden prepared to head to the region as he and other world leaders try to prevent the war from sparking a broader regional conflict. Violence flared Tuesday along Israel's border with Lebanon, where Iranian-backed Hezbollah militias operate.
I'm really loving the weather right now. It's like the perfect balance of cold and warm and crisp and cool.
I agree. Jacob Shoei is here to give us all the details on this week's weather predictions.
Thanks, guys. For today's weather, we're going to have some sunny skies with a high of 81, rain at a 4% chance, winds from the west-southwest at 9 miles per hour, your humidity at 54%, and the sun rose at 7:16 a.m. On to tonight. For tonight's weather, it looks like we're going to have some partly cloudy skies with a low of 51. Then we're going to move on to a 3% chance of rain. Winds from the west-northwest at 4 miles per hour. Your humidity at 72%, and the sunset will be at 6:27 p.m. On to the almanac. So for the average temperatures, we've had a high of 73 and a low of 50, with our monthly average precipitation at 4.13 inches, and the month to date is at 1.30 inches. On to the 5cast. On Friday, we'll have some sunny skies with a high of 80, a low of 51, and a 3% chance of rain. On Saturday, we're going to move to those partly cloudy skies with a high of 81, a low of 50, and a 2% chance of rain. We're going to stick with the same trend with the partly cloudy skies at a high of 74, a low of 49, and a 3% chance of rain. Monday will be more of the same with partly cloudy skies, a high of 77, a low of 53, and a 3% chance of rain. And finally on Tuesday, we're going to move on to some higher temperatures with some partly cloudy skies. The high is going to be at 81, a low of 65, and a 2% chance of rain. Well, it looks like the cool weather these past few days was just a tease, and we'll have to wait a little bit longer before that fall weather is here.
That's knowing just when the weather was getting good.
I know, right?
All this weather talk has my stomach growling something fierce. What's for lunch today, Caden?
Today for lunch we'll be having chicken pasta alfredo, garlic chicken pizza, spicy chicken sandwich, fresh orange wedges, black bean salad, and milk.
Sounds absolutely delicious. Be sure to thank all of our lunch ladies for their hard work. Did you go to homecoming last Friday? We absolutely destroyed Greene County Tech.
I know it was such a good game, and all the sweethearts in court looked stunning.
Linus Bowman featured a very special member of this year's homecoming royalty.
Happy Friday, Cersei, and welcome back to Line of the Week, where we talk to talented and skilled students here at SHS. We have a very special guest this week, our very own homecoming queen, Molly Lawton. What's it like being this school's homecoming queen?
It was a very interesting process to go through. It made me a lot closer with my school, and I really enjoyed being a part of it.
That's great. What experiences do you get to have?
I definitely got to experience more spirit-wise. I got to be more involved with things, and I got to meet people I normally wouldn't have.
Great. What advice would you give to girls wanting to be maids or queen in the future?
One piece of advice that I would give them is to pick out your dress early, because you don't want it to be in a rush at the very end.
That's good advice. Thank you, Molly. I hope everyone has a royally awesome weekend. Now back to the news desk.
Our queen looked absolutely gorgeous. I'm kind of sad that all of our homecoming fun has come to an end for this year.
Good thing we've got one more year of it. And while we're on the subject of our football team, I'm excited to see how the game plays out tomorrow.
Me too. Good thing Connor Love has all the details and news we need on what's happening in the sports world.
Happy Thursday, Cersei. We got lots to cover today, so let's jump right in. Your Lady Lions volleyball team had their senior night last week, celebrating our seniors Maddie Grohl, Sarah McCain, Jada Shale, Blakely Robertson, Peyton Bittner, and Emily Miller. It was an intense and fiery match, though unfortunately Cersei lost 0-3. Congratulations to our volleyball team for trying their best through the season. For a homecoming football game last week, the Searcy Lions went up against the Greene County Tech Gold Eagles. Try saying that 5 times fast. With Searcy dominating the entire game. Within just the first few minutes of the game, Ricky Love scored a touchdown, followed by wide receiver Wade Moore scoring 2 more touchdowns in a row. All before halftime, quarterback Tyler Strickland added 6 more points by running a 54-yard touchdown. The final score was 47-14. Go Searcy! Make sure to support our Lions when they go up against Benton tomorrow. In national sports, the NBA preseason has started, showcasing players with their new teams, such as Damian Lillard with the Milwaukee Bucks, Chris Paul with the Golden State Warriors, and many more. This NBA season looks like one of the most exciting seasons that we have seen in a long time. Speaking of watching, there will be some great games to catch this weekend, starting with this Thursday as Trevor Lawrence is set to make his return as he will lead the Jags into New Orleans territory to take on the Saints. Some Sunday games include Chiefs taking on the Chargers as Patrick Mahomes plans to continue their winning streak and hope to lead this team to another win. 49ers coming off a tough loss, they will travel to Minnesota to take on the Vikings, and another exciting late night game where 2 explosive teams, the Miami Dolphins and the Philadelphia Eagles, will clash at Lincoln Financial Field. Looks like that's it for today, Searcy. Have a good 3-day weekend, and we'll see you next week. Now back to the news desk with Curtis Hayden.
Good thing Connor was here to fill me in on all the things sports related, because I know I certainly don't have the passion for sports and athletics that he has.
Me too. Unfortunately, it looks like we've reached the end of today's show of Line TV.
But before we end our show, let's see and hear some sights and sounds from homecoming.
American nominee. She is active in the Searcy First Assembly Youth Group. Mason is a member of the youth group at Downtown Church of Christ. Emily chose Sam Neely as her escort.
National Honor Society. She serves as Vice President of Key Club. This is Peyton Daniel. She is a member of the Beta Club, as its queen. Molly is the daughter. His favorite part of homecoming is being
To stay up to date with the news, make sure to follow us on our YouTube channel at Searcy High Line TV.
And to follow us on X at Lion TV, Instagram at Searcy Lion TV, and on Facebook at Searcy High Lion TV. Signing off, I'm Caden DeGroot.
And I'm Curtis Stevens. Have a wonderful 3-day weekend, Searcy.